It's Ronnie, and welcome to Pinkfresh Fridays, where we'll all be using our Pinkfresh to create a layout. And it's hosted by Joanne Bartel. And this is a photo that I'll be using today of my niece and her family. And I'll be using Happy Holidays, Oh What Fun, and Simply the Best. And I'm just going to use those bows right there. I'm going to use some packaging from one of them. I can't remember which one. And this beautiful snowflake paper. And I am having white cardstock as my background. I wanted to keep it kind of light and airy. My photo has a piano in it, and it's a dark piano. So I wanted to keep everything else light and airy, except for the piano that I'll be using. Those are the 5 bows from the garland, and I didn't use the die for the garland itself. I just wanted the bows, and they fit perfectly on my little ornaments. I am just gonna cut a strip of the same cardstock. Well, I think it's more like paper. I've had it a very long time, and I pulled it out because it went so well with this collection. And it's one color on one side and one on the other, but I'm only using the darker color, and I'm about out of it. But yeah, it goes really well. I mean, perfectly with the green on those snowflakes. I am trying to get these strings straight. I think that one there, I straightened it 3 or 4 times, and maybe I never did succeed looking at it now. But it's close. So it's going to go ahead and work. I will move my ornaments around a little bit. I thought I had them like I wanted them, but once I actually started putting them down and having my string, full string, there I do move them around just a little bit, not a whole lot. I did cut like one extra strip that I didn't need um, by the time it's all said and done, but that's okay. I did put the foam tape behind the ornaments themselves, and I fussy cut them out of one of the papers. There are some that's in the ephemera, but they're a little bit smaller. So I wanted the bigger ones. And yeah, I just love using them on a layout. Now, this picture, it is a Christmassy looking picture. It has Christmas trees and all kinds of decorations. Well, all the pictures that were my niece sent to me that for that day. But it is actually Isabella's second birthday. I believe it's her second one. And so they were there for that and celebrating that. But since it has Christmas decorations, that's what I am using on my layout. Except for the Simply the Best. I did use it for the little Christmas trees. And of course, the colors match since they are Pinkfresh. This is the packaging, and I laid it up against that paper and it seemed to blend in just a wee bit more than I wanted it to, but I liked the candy stripe. And it was pretty much the only candy stripe I had, except, well, a piece of paper that would not have worked at all. And it had a little bit on there. So I am using it for my border there. And my scraps aren't big enough for, to go all the way through. But that's okay. I save a little bit of the scraps for something else. And my photo, it's, I, I love it, because it's a family photo and it was such a good one. And yeah, well, Isabella could have smiled just a wee bit bigger, but she does have a tiny bit of a grin on there. But yeah, the piano's there. And when I got my piano, I got to tell you about my piano. I got it from my Christmas, 12 Days of Christmas swap, Secret Santa. And she sent it to me in bed. When I opened that and seen that piano, I was like, oh my goodness, I know what photo I want to use with this and make a layout with it. There are a few from that day showing the piano, but I already scrapped them. I haven't scrapped this one. So I have got to use it with this one. Even though it don't show a whole lot of the piano, I know that's what that is there. And they, of course, are sitting on the piano bench. So I'll be using the piano and the bench that she sent me. Just too cute. I just totally loved working it into the layout. But I am working on this cluster right now. I wanted that a little bit more red. I was trying to figure out a way to add some red up there to the ornaments, but I never did get it figured out. But since her husband has, and his name is Jean Luc. Anyway, his sweater has so much red in it, and I wanted to make sure I added some red. So there's some packages in there that were red that I had fussy cut out. I think I did the whole page at one time, but I'm going to use them in each of the two clusters, even though they're not up there with the ornaments. I might figure out something later. I might just use my punch and put a few sprinkles here and there, of little tiny circles or something. Or I could pull out, no, that won't work. It's, well, I've got this one punch that makes little stars, but it's kind of on the broke side and has been for years. It's a kind of iffy thing if I can use it or not. But wouldn't stars look cute sprinkled up there in red? Well, maybe not. It was a thought though. Um, I also use this little, oh, I guess it's kind of a label, but it's happiness is all around you. And then I have Merry and Bright and fa la la la. So my title's the Merry and Bright because I thought that picture looks really merry and bright. And there is that little circle laying to the left of my hand, and it says family time. And I will end up putting it in the other cluster. But in that piano and little bench, just the cutest. And she sent me those music notes to go with it. I think it was uh, the Two Turtle Dove one. I think that's what it is because you had to use some musical notes. And she could have just got away with the musical notes, but she sent the piano and mentioned, oh, just the cutest. But I think I'm about done with my layout. Seriously, yeah, it was pretty quick after I fussy cut all the things I wanted to fussy cut out. But yeah, I'm adding some tarnished brass, the Tim Holtz one, to it to add just a little bit of gold to it. I mean, I made myself stop because I told myself I just wanted to add a little bit. Yeah, I wanted to add some more, but yeah, I stopped. But that's it. That's my layout. And I had a lot of fun making it. And this might be our last Pinkfresh Friday. Joanne mentioned it in the event thingy. And so, yeah, this might be our last one since they had quit making uh, scrapbooking stuff. But yeah, but then again, if they start making it, who knows? So, but yeah, there's my layout and another one to go. Well, I'll probably put it in the album for my niece. I might keep it, but I'll probably put it in there since I'm sure she's wondering why didn't I ever put the family photo in there. Most of the ones I put in the album for her before had Isabella. And it's been a few years because she's 8 now. But there's my ornaments. And aren't those the perfect size bows to go on there? And there's a close up of that cute piano. And I did put cardstock behind there. I think 3 layers on the top of the part up there that lifts up, for the music to come out better. And then 2 layers on the other stuff. But I want to thank you all so very, very much for joining me today and while I created my layout. But don't forget to check the list of links down there to see who all else is doing the Pink Fresh Friday today and see what they created with their Pink Fresh. Have a happy, scrappy week. Bye.